So security has become a thing again. And here at Capstone, we upgraded our security system and are working with a new team to help us implement that, which is great. Behind the scenes, they help the computers continue to run and make sure that nothing gets out that's not supposed to, and all that stuff. It's great for protective services. As a client of ours, I'd be stoked to know that we're engaged with a company like that. But dang, think about what we have to go through to keep ourselves protected and safe right now. And we're dealing with some stuff here in the office today where we're looking at some detections, and we're always looking at, hey, which emails were flagged and how many phone calls do you get in a week of people who are trying to get your information. For us, it seems like it's an everyday occurrence, which it is, right? I get calls every day for somebody asking me something about one thing or another. And if that slip up were to happen, what do we do? So let me tell you quickly what has happened here in the past and what we're seeing in the market. When the economy starts to get tougher, one of the indicators, one of the things that we're able to see is people start trying to use our listings as for fraud, right? And tying them up, properties on the market for sale or for lease, and all of a sudden somebody calls you out of the blue and they go, hey, I'm just double checking because I found a property that looks like you guys also manage, and I found it on Facebook Marketplace, or I found it on Craigslist, and the price is half of what we're asking. So what happens then? Somebody gets access to the property, either breaking in and rekeying it, or breaking into the lockbox and rekeying it, or lots of different options. But what they do is they set it up and scam this person. They pay them on with a fake lease, and now we've got somebody in the property. We haven't had that happen yet this year. Fingers crossed. The year is young, but we have heard of it continuing to happen, and that's something that we got to be cautious of. When the economy starts getting bad, it's like that's when people start getting desperate, and they think that when things are too good to be true, like rents are half off, they think that that's something that they can jump on. And it's just so sad seeing that somebody just gave whatever money they had to somebody that's, fraudulently representing a property, and now you've got to remove them from the property because their lease is not valid. Hasn't happened to us here in the last few years. It used to happen a lot more. And by a lot more, I mean maybe a couple of times a year, but we have heard about that happening. So that's one of those things. The other thing that we're thinking, and with all of this fraud, with all of these things, it's people getting access to bank information, people getting access to, and for us in this industry, it's like we've had to go through the motions of, okay, multiple bank accounts, of course, we've got to have all these bank accounts, but who has access to these numbers? Can we give these numbers out? No, we can't. We can't give our banking numbers out because people will use that and fraudulently write checks with our banking numbers. And if there's any money in those accounts, then that money's gone. And it looks like the check had written it. And it's like, just because and then we have to track that down. And wow, there's so many steps, there's so many pieces and so many ways that we have to stay protected. So just wanted to give you that this week of letting you know, hey, we've engaged and we've got a great company that we're working with right now to keep everything on the up and up when it comes to technology and IT. And we're so happy to be working with them. But I hope you guys are safe, and I hope your stuff stays safe. Hey, I'm going to do my best this year just to be aware. Who's asking me for a meeting? Who's asking me to click on a particular link in order to get some additional information? Or maybe this doesn't work correctly. Whatever it is, it's all BS, dude. Like, we are locking this thing down this year. Any meetings that you see from Capstone are going to be meetings that you're going to want to see in our Google Meet system. Google Meet is amazing. One thing that I do love about Google Meet, which we are, and you're aware of, we are recording all of our phone calls that come through our system. Awesome. Not only does it help us with training, but how does it help us with training? We got AI plugged into it that summarizes the calls, makes things so much easier for the team. But now, at the end of the day, like, we'll be able to do that across the board as well. So, hey, I appreciate you watching. I hope this is helpful information, give you a little bit of a insight as to what we're experiencing right now behind the scenes. But again, it is a constant moving, putting one foot in front of the other and seeing what's going to come up next, right? And again, I appreciate you watching. Thank you.